morning, students. Today we will see about the Fatehpur Sikri, an important complex built by Akbar. Fatehpur Sikri is a twin city in Agra district in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. It is a twin city which Akbar built between 1571 to 1585. It was the capital of Akbar. Akbar built Fatehpur Sikri to commemorate his victory over Gujarat, and it was predominantly a red sandstone building which is 37 kilometers from Agra. So Fatehpur Sikri is a twin city, Fatehpur and Sikri. It is in the state of Uttar Pradesh. It is a district of Uttar Pradesh. It is in Agra, a district of Uttar Pradesh, and it was built. It served as a capital of India's Mughal Emperor Akbar from 1571 to 1585, and this city is 37 kilometers from Agra, and it is predominantly built in red sandstone. And it is an best example of culmination of Muslim and Hindu architecture, and it has more impressive buildings because of the quality, scale, diversity of the buildings and the space they define. It is more impressive because of the scale, quality and diversity of buildings and the spaces they define. It consists of various palace complexes which has ornate column, fanciful jali work, decorative stone screens, carvings and surface ornamentation. So all the buildings have its own characteristic features and architectural elements which increases the aesthetical quality because it has a scale, quality, and it has a diversity of buildings. All the buildings doesn't look as that of the same. It's a unique blend of architectural tradition. There are small palaces that are largely a sequence of connected rectangular courtyards aligned with the polar axis. You can see some more of courtyards and rectangular buildings which are connected through the courtyards. So this is the entire palace complex. So here all these buildings are arranged which are diagonally connected, and it has series of courtyards. The building material used in all the buildings at Fatehpur Sikri, a palace city complex, is locally quarried red sandstone known as the Sikri sandstone. So all these buildings are of red sandstone, which is from the local, which is a local material called Sikri sandstone. So this is the entire complex. You can see the Panch Mahal, Jodhbai Palace, Akbar, Birbal Palace, Diwani Aikas, Diwani Ayam. This is the Haas table. All these are being seen. Every building, pavement and courtyard in the complex is completely covered with red sandstone. All the buildings are done with red sandstone, except a few domes which are built in white marble, and also the important building Salim Chasti Dome, which is built with white marble. As an approach from Agra, a high, long, stony ridges rises out of the plain, aligned from southwest to northeast. This shows the end. When you look it from the Agra, there is a high rise of buildings which is built in red sandstone, which aligned from southwest to northeast. The Sikri, the word Sikri originated from a Urdu word Shukriya, meaning thanks to God. The layout of the city shows a conscious attempt to produce a rich spatial effect by the organization of building forms around open space in an interesting way. So the entire layout shows a conscious attempt. They have consciously designed the building to have a rich spatial effect by the organization of building forms around open space in an interesting way. So they have fruitfully done the planning. It is interestingly done. All these planning was being interestingly done. Fatehpur Sikri has aspects of informality and improvisation. The newly constructed city bore a similarity to mobile imperial encampment, which also designed by Akbar. So the important building within the complex is the Sheikh Salim Chasti tomb, through which Akbar received his blessing him with a child. So this is the entire layout of the Fatehpur Sikri, so which has many other buildings. The important buildings within Fatehpur Sikri are Buland Darwaza, Naubat Khana, Panch Mahal, Pachasi Court, Tomb of Salim Chasti, Char Chang, Jodhbai Palace, Diwani Aikas and Diwani Ayam. So the first important building is the Buland Darwaza, the gateway of Akbar, This is the Buland Darwaza, which Akbar entrance through, and this is the Jami Masjid complex, and the Buland Darwaza is the entrance to the Jami Masjid complex, which is one another part of the Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri. So this part is the Jami Masjid part, and you can see that there is another part. Okay, this is the Jami Masjid part, this is the palace complex part. The two things are being interconnected by pathways. So this is the complex, this is Jami Masjid, and this is the palace complex. So Buland Darwaza is a gateway to the Jami Masjid complex, which is high, meaning high and great gate in the Persian. It is the largest gateway in the world, and it is located in Fatehpur Sikri. It is also called as the gateway of magnificence. It is the largest doorway. Darwaza means the doorway or the gateway. So Buland Darwaza records Akbar's conquest over the Deccan in 1601. It was built to commemorate the victory over the Deccan. This is the entrance to the Jami Masjid, Buland Darwaza, and this is the Salim Chasti tomb. And here I have the Jami Masjid over here. Friday Mass. So it towers above the courtyard of the mosque. It is a tower which towers the courtyard above the mosque. The Buland Darwaza is a semi-octagonal in plan. It is semi-octagonal in plan, and it is topped by pillars and chhatris. You can see the chhatris and pillars over it. They cause early Mughal design with simple ornamentation, carved verses from Quran and towering arches. So you have carved verses from Quran and towering arches. There are 13 smaller dome kiosks on the roof. So there are 13 smaller domes and kiosks on the roof. So you can see some domes and kiosks on the roof. Stylish battlements. So these are the battlements. And small turrets and inlay works of white and black marble. Stylish turrets over it and inlay work of white and black marble. On the outside of a long flight of steps steeps down hill, giving a gateway additional height. The entire gateway is 40 meters by 50 meters from the ground. The total height of the structure is about 54 meters, including all the additional towers over it. The Buland Darwaza is approached by 42 steps, and it is 53.63 meters high and 35 meters wide. So around 54 meters and 35 meters wide. It is the largest gateway in India and one of the biggest in the world, and it is made up of red sandstone and decorated with beautiful carving and inlay work in white marble. It is a 15-storied high gateway that guards the northeastern entrance of the city of Fatehpur Sikri. Akbar built the Buland Darwaza to commemorate his victory over Gujarat. And it contains the verses of Jesus Christ. It is also inscribed in the Buland Darwaza, which shows the religious tolerance and broad-mindedness of Akbar. So it is a magnificent gateway which is made up of red and buff sandstone and decorated with carving and inlay of white and black marble. So we'll see once again see about Buland Darwaza. Buland Darwaza is a gateway. Is a high gateway in Persia. It's the largest gateway in the world, and it is located in Fatehpur Sikri. It is also known as the Gateway of Magnificence. Buland Darwaza, it records Akbar's conquest over the Deccan in 1601. It is built to commemorate his victory over the Gujarat, and there is a Boli well in the side of the Buland Darwaza, and it forms the entrance gateway to the Jami Masjid, which is a Friday Mass, and it has a tomb of Salim Chasti too within it. The tower above the courtyard of the mosque. The Buland Darwaza is a semi-octagonal plan. You can see that the corners are inclined, so it forms a semi-octagonal plan, and it is topped with pillars and chhatris. It echoes early Mughal design with simple ornamentation, curved verses from Quran and towering arches. There are 13 smaller dome kiosks on the roof, stylized battlements and small turrets and inlay work of black and white marbles. So there are 13 turrets, stylish domes, kiosks, battlement, inlay works of white and black marble over the Buland Darwaza. This is the back side of Buland Darwaza. Outside, a long flight of steps steeps down from the hill. So there is a long flight of steps which is 42 in numbers. You can see this is a long flight of steps which is 42 in numbers, and its height is 40 meters high and 50 meters from the ground. This height is 40 and it is 50 meters from the ground. The entire height is 53.63 meters and the width is 35 meters. So, and it is built with red sandstone and decorated with black and white marbles, and it is a 50-story high gateway which is in the northeastern entrance of city of Fatehpur Sikri, and it was built to commemorate the victory over Gujarat. And there is a verses from Bible also inscribed in the gateway, which shows the religious tolerance, broad-mindedness of Akbar. And it is a magnificent gateway which is built with red and buff sandstone decorated with carving and inlay of white and black marble. This is all about Buland Darwaza. This is Naubat Khana, which is at the backside of the Buland Darwaza, which is a drum house or orchestra pit during ceremonies. They are distinct sign of Mughal architecture, and they are found in India, Pakistan and other areas nearby. The Naubat, or meaning Shanai, Khana means a place related to. It is a musical instrument being played when emperor used to enter into the building. Nagur Khana referred to the contemporary historical work, and it was in the Hathi pole on steeper side or northwest side of the bridge. Carved design on its red sandstone appear have been originally painted with gold, while interior was painted with other colors. So this is Naubat Khana, which is the drum house where the drums are played when the emperor enter into the mosque. This is all about, the next comes the tomb of Salim Chishti. So this is also in the mosque complex, Jami Masjid complex, which has the entrance through Buland Darwaza. The tomb of Salim Chishti is famous and finest example of Mughal architecture, which was built in 1580 to 1581. Salim Chishti is a person who is adorned by Akbar, and he wanted to build his tomb within the quadrangle of Jami Masjid, which measures 350 feet by 450 feet. It is a marble structure. It is situated near the Zanana Rauza, facing south towards Buland Darwaza, which is a quadrangle. This is the Salim Chishti tomb. This mausoleum was constructed by Akbar to mark his respect for Sufi saints who foretold the birth of a son who was named Prince Salim after him. So he was named Prince Salim after him. So this tomb was a famous Salim Chishti tomb, which was there in the Jami Masjid complex, which measures around 350 feet by 450 feet. The quadrangle of Jami Masjid. It is 350 feet by 440 feet, and it is a marble structure, you can see. So this is the Salim Chishti tomb, which is within the quadrangle of Jami Masjid. The mausoleum was constructed by Akbar as a mark of his respect to a Sufi saint who foretold the birth of a son who was named Princess Salim after him. So this is the Salim Chishti tomb, which was built in white marble. It is a single-story structure, is built around the central square chamber, which has the grave of the saint under the ornate wooden canopy encrusted with a mother of pearl mosaic. So this is the grave of Salim Chishti. So this tomb has been constructed on a platform which is about 1 meter height and flight of 5 steps leading to the entrance portico. So this is a 5 steps which leads to the entrance portico. The tomb has been constructed on a platform which is the main tomb building is enclosed in delicate marble screen on all the sides. The tomb is located in the center of the main hall, which has a single semicircular dome. The plinth is ornamented with mosaic of black and yellow marble. So the door of the main chamber is intricately carved in arabesque pattern and bears the inscription from Quran. So this is the entire tomb is being covered with jali, and the tomb structure is below the dome. Brown marble border with the interior base, while the relief panels with Quranic verses have a blue background. So the carved and pointed tomb chamber has a white marble floor, which is inlaid with multicolored stones, and the serpentine brackets. So this is the serpentine brackets which surrounds the entire complex. This is a tomb of Salim Chishti, which was square in plan, which has the central tomb and a dome is crowning over the